What's going on, you guys? Back with another episode of the Smooth Way Podcast. I'm your host, and always got the co-host, Kendall Allen. What's good with you, Kendall?
Yo, baby. We back, baby. How was your birthday, man? The dirty, you dirty.
Yes, y'all. Yeah, my birthday was good, man. Had a little '90s throwback party type style. You know, had like the '90s colors, stuff like that.
Hey.
Then we had a DJ play '90s music, so it was always a good vibe. You really cannot go wrong with a good '90s set. You really can't. And so we had that, go on and stuff like that, and then. Cake, friends, family, stuff like that. Ones that could make it, stuff like that. So it's an enjoyable time. I'm kind of like, now that I'm 30, like, man, I feel good, at 30. Like I think when you're young, you have a different outlook. 'Cause you're like, man, you're 30, you're old. But then you look at yourself now at 30, it's like, oh man, this is just beginning of life, man.
You're not old, bro. You're not old.
Nah. And then 3 days later, on the 26th, we got my boy, right? Yeah, because you're 26, right? What are you, 27? What was yours? What day is yours?
Oh, the actual date?
Yeah, what actual date is yours?
Oh, 25th.
25th. Okay, I'm sorry. 2 days later.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
2 days later, we got my boys. Now, it just happened my birthday party was on the 26th. So that's...
Yeah, I was like, this man was good. Y'all were getting done like, dang.
Yeah, because Wednesday, my birthday fell on a Wednesday, so you're not from a party on a Wednesday. I got to go to work. Niggas is grown. But how was your birthday, man? 32, man. Got all your hair. Skin looking great, man.
Still good. Still good.
Ain't cracking or nothing. How'd you feel?
Just a little chunkier than just a little extra. But hopefully I'll be hitting the trail tomorrow outside early. But it was good, man. I don't know if you guys know if you follow me on Facebook at all. I spent my birthday, took the week off and got some yard work done. And then I built my lovely desk that I'm sitting in right now, just taking it in, man. Stained the wood and sealed it myself, painted the walls. My wife was the Bob the Builder. I was more of the foreman. She was the worker. She was getting it. We teamworked the DIY off of Pinterest, and it looks fabuloso. So this week I got
the pictures, man. I seen the pictures, man.
So
it was great.
It was, man. This week I worked out of here. I'm just like, I actually spent more time in here than I have anywhere else. Even today, even on the weekend, bro, I be in here just like, I'm gonna just sit here and just be like, just chill. But man, other than that,
you got
just chill, bro.
Yeah, well, you got a decent setup, like a desk setup. You come like an actual workstation. It provides for like a better atmosphere. I guess you feel like you're like, all right, I'm at a workstation. I'm not like at home at a table. Like at my kitchen table. Like
I was at home in front of the full closet that I'm in currently. It was full with a dresser, some craft stuff. Like it was full to the brim. I had at Facebook. I didn't do y'all justice. I should have showed y'all the very first picture of me. Take a picture of my work spot. That was like back in January. I think my homeboy was like, "Oh, you still working?" I was like, "Yeah, man. Look at this. Look at my setup, man. It's like Bobo." And now to be like, "Yeah, look at my setup now, man. I got room. I got space. My feet can dangle under the desk, and I got all my stuff above me. And just like, hey, it feels so good right now. This is." And then I got a taste of the DIY, man. We've been in the house for like a year and a half now, and this is like, even in our old house, we never did anything like DIY.
Project, yeah.
Yeah, project. So this was like our very first project together.
Cause like like painting the walls, like that's like the basic. Everybody does paint the wall, but like you said, like putting like what you did, putting shelves in that closet, something like that, and
floating shelves too, man.
Yeah, floating shelves. Yeah, you ain't got. Cause I saw the pictures, like, oh yeah, he put them on the wall. Yeah, he got a junk hanging. But you got a nice setup, man. Got you some space. It's easy, compactable, cause like, oh, it's in the closet, but no, when he gets done, he can make it look really clean aesthetically.
All I can do is close it up.
The door, that's it. Yeah. Look.
And if y'all don't know, the bedroom bed is in that white drawer back there. So
so you got the Murphy bed, right?
So we got the Murphy bed. So when guests come over, that's what y'all in. Boop, boop, boop.
There it is. Yeah. So you got it's multifunction. You got to do that sometime when you got space. You got to try to acquire. Because where I'm sitting in right now, though, all you see is the closet behind me and a guitar. There's a bed this way. So
hey, listen. Hey, when you have more kids, bro, you run out of space real quick. Like,
I know, right?
Real quick. Yeah.
Like, yeah,
So,
even though y'all got a bigger house, you still got, like I said, multiple kids. So it's like, damn, I gotta have multiple extra kids rooms. I
hey,
got guests in my
future
house.
future kids rooms too, cause you already know what time it is. It's gonna be like they gonna be going about that. Oh, I want my own room now. Hold on now, like, hey. So hey.
But we back, man. We took some because with birthdays, so we took that time off, and then you had Father's Day, of course, and then you had 4th of July. So let's go back. Let's kick it like there. How was your Father's Day, man? Another Father's Day in the book, man. You got beautiful kids, man. You got the wife. How's that?
My Father's Day, I got my Father's Day gifts a couple of days earlier because my birthday gift was AEW tickets. So your boy was at the live Saturday showing of AEW out there chanting my AEW, AEW.
How was it, man? Who'd you go by yourself? You went,
Russ, Big Russ came with me. Okay. Bro, we were like maybe 3 rows back from the ring.
And what were they? What were they doing that show at? What were they doing that?
Daly's Place in Jacksonville. That's where they've been doing all their shows. They've been airing since the pandemic's been there.
Okay, so they just been in Jacksonville
so they just been chilling in Jacksonville for like literally a year. So
okay.
I went to the special. When April got them, she didn't know. I didn't know either. But it was like, oh, this is the special Dynamite. I got to see it. I got to see my first world title match, and just like,
oh man, so you got something that you gave an extra bonus. You wouldn't even try.
Yeah, bro. Like my wife, y'all, She's pretty much checked off everything for this year. So she don't gotta do nothing else this year. She's already crossed the finish line for 2021. So
shout out to the wifey. Your wife be taking care of you, bro. She keep me in line, dog.
Hey, she do keep me in line. Sometimes we be having sometimes a brother want a meal cooked, but that's all right because we on that. We on that HelloFresh right now, so it's motivation.
That's not a sponsor, guys. This is not a sponsor.
I wish it was one of our sponsors. Hey, HelloFresh.
I wish.
Hey, I got y'all. I'm just saying. Hey, I eat fresh.
Yes.
Hey. I like to say hello, and I like to eat fresh.
Fresh.
But yeah, man, how was your Father's Day, man?
Father's Day, man. It was great, man. Like I said, this is the second one. My son is a year, so because I guess you could say I celebrate my first one. Him being born.
Your first full, yeah.
Full.
Him outside the womb.
Yeah, he was outside the womb. Actually, it was great, man. Like I said, I'd be reflecting, like even on my birthday, 30 years old, I have a wife and I have a child, so, it puts you, it's still kind of surreal sometimes that, like, oh, at this point in my life, oh, I'm a father, I have a house, new car.
You're not dead or in jail.
Yeah. And then sometimes too, like, I think really like 9-10 years ago, I was like, oh, now I'm not gonna be this point in my life. You never think, because you think it how you were thinking at like 20, 21. Now, of course, Kendall, you've been married since what, 20 years old?
21,
like
yeah.
21. So 21, a little bit different scenario for you, but but for your boy, I was in my 20, 22. I'm not thinking like, hey, I'm gonna live out these 20s. Not gonna be. Yeah, I'm not gonna have no kid. I'm gonna be married, something like that, But got married in my 20s. Didn't have my first child. Starting at 20. I was going on to 29, something like that. So it's cool, man. It's cool to think where I'm at right now and where the future holds and stuff like that. Because as your kids progress, you see their little personalities and you see like already kind of beginning of their potential.
Yeah.
You kind of can see like, oh man, how they recognize stuff, how their brain's growing, stuff like that. Makes you reflect on that. And then, like I said, being a homeowner and stuff like that. So right now, my big project always is my yard. Sitting on a half acre, cut Bermuda grass, like and it's been rainy. Oh,
bro,
I got the front cut.
Man, that's when you when I texted you today, when you texted back, yeah, oh, super. I gotta get this cut. We done had the storm come through. My grass is so tall.
Bruh, I got to cut the front yesterday, whatnot. So, okay, that's kind of cool, even though it rained. But at least it ain't like where it was before it rained. Yeah. But I ain't get to get the back. The back ain't got nothing but just grass. And so, because at least the front, I got a driveway to kind of take up some of that space a little bit.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But the back, so be out of whack. And so... God, so we got like it right. So the storm, I guess, has passed from y'all and up our way. So it hit us big early in the morning. I saw like a pocket of sunshine, and then like an hour later, came back again. And it was pouring. So my backyard's gonna be crazy. So I'm probably gonna be bagging clippings because I was keeping it at a length where I didn't have to bag clippings, but it's gonna be
Hey, man, you gotta
a
do what you
clipping
gotta do
bag.
sometimes. I mean, hey.
Yeah, man. And then I'm trying to, man, being a yard owner is time consuming,
You
especially
gotta,
with. Go ahead.
you have to get to the point where you become one with your
Well,
yard.
yeah.
Once you
And that's
reach
the thing. I
that,
like. Yeah.
I'm about to
Go
say,
ahead.
once you reach that, what you feel as time consuming is just gonna be to you, just like you're painting your masterpiece because your yard is a reflection of
Oh,
you.
now, do I love it? Oh, yes. Oh, I have tape full. I like, hey, I'm trying to keep this thing green. I see some little problem areas. Okay, I'm on YouTube. Dude, I'm watching it all, bro. Like, like my neighbors, like, they give me, like, the props and like, they're like, hey, we love what you're doing with your yard. I said, man, I am just trying.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like,
out
I'm
here.
just trying now.
But I'm trying to put that work in. Like, I got some stuff I need to put in. I'm trying to put some insecticide. I'm trying to get these birds out of my yard. That's the next thing.
Bro, that's
'Cause
what you want. You want the birds in your yard, man.
because that brings them trying to make nests on my house.
What's your? I mean, just give him a tree, dog. Give him a birdhouse.
No, they
Oh
got to go.
man, listen, bro. I saw a hummingbird today when I was cutting the yard. I love hopping all these birds.
Nah, because
man.
them birds shitting on my car like they just did. They got to go.
Oh well,
That-
they don't. I mean, I guess they do. They? I don't know. I mean, it's all.
you
good,
also don't
man.
have as many. You don't have I don't have a bunch of trees, but I have two big trees. One in my backyard, and then I have a tree that's not really big that's to the side of me, in the front of my house, and then my neighbor has a tree that's kind of big that's like right there. So they're floating around, and they like so they like to try to make nests on my little the ring on the gutter on the ring.
Yeah, the gutter.
I be knocking them out. Hey,
Hey,
they got to go.
Nah,
They ain't nesting them.
Hey, man, you gotta let them nest, man. It's cool. It's a cool experience. Then you get to watch them eat, and when they get little, be flying, trying to fly.
Well, we come down to your house and watch them eat, but nah, they got to go. But and we know the last holiday just passed was 4th of July. How was the 4th of July for you guys, man? What did y'all get into?
And really, we went to a friend's house and just chilled, and that was it. Nothing big,
Just chilled out, yeah. And
Yeah,
y'all
just-
shoot
I
little
mean-
fireworks or whatnot.
We came back home and watched fireworks. We didn't do any shooting
Yeah.
ourselves, but
So
that's
we
like
went,
a low key holiday for us. So it's not
yeah.
like,
So we went to Amber's cousin's house, for food and stuff like that. And then, like I said, hey, we them parents like, hey, when Isaiah's bedtime's coming around, I'll cut plans. I don't give a crap. He's going to bed. It is on his schedule.
Hey,
I
this
would
man
shut
said,
it down. Hey, we got about there, So they were just about to, as we leaving, they about to try to cut shoot fireworks. Sorry, guys. We'll
it's
wait.
time to go. When it's time to
Yeah,
go,
it's time to go. And then
Hey.
4th of July just ain't since the pandemic. We normally would go to my aunt's house, but they the elder statesmen. They like nah. They really ain't into the with the whole pandemic. So we don't get to
don't bring your COVIDs.
nah. And then I'm looking at it like this. Like I see. I really don't really care about 4th of July. Because I'm not shooting fireworks. He ain't really old enough to even care about fireworks. So we got some years for that. So I just save the money because if you get a real good like fireworks show, you gotta spend at least at the minimum $600-$700. Like,
Yeah, you
gotta
spend some money. Yeah,
You spend some money because you spend like I spent $150. That is some sparklers, bottle rockets, and some black
Not
cats. That's
enough,
about
bro. Not no. That's why we didn't get like we learned last year that in the neighborhoods surrounding us, the little upper class neighborhoods. They be shooting off the really good fireworks, so we just like, shoot, we'll just go to the top and just look
and just watch them. Yeah,
and
save
then
your
some
money.
of my neighbors
like
have
you
them.
said.
So like,
Yeah, cause like you said, like we said, man, it costs a grip just to purchase a good fireworks show that last you more than 2 minutes. But let's get into this docket, man. So over this yesterday night, Saturday night, you had the big Conor McGregor and Poirier fight, and when it comes to Conor McGregor, he's always going to be box office, whether or not he wins or loses the fight. Conor is an entertainer. He's box office. He knows what he's come to do. I mean, he's like, but yet Floyd don't lose. So, because Floyd know Floyd come to get this bag too. But Conor and them had their fight. It was ultimately Dustin Poirier coming out with the win with a TKO because Conor like shattered his ankle, like
I think it was his leg. It was more like his leg,
leg shin. It was something. It was something.
It was kind of like it was close to the Anderson Silva one.
Yeah, oof.
But you can see it happening.
I saw that kick.
That's why when I was watching the Conor this morning, I was like, I can't watch this.
Oh, that hurts. And you would think, because a bone is tough. Like, you ever tap on your shin? Like, man, that's a hard, but for you to break it, that took some force. And, but, like, I remember watching, like, a highlight clip where, they show, this is after he's broken it, and he's sitting on the ground, and, he's yelling out, hey, this is, it's about the ankle, because it's probably going to be a 4 fight. I think they're going to end up setting him up for a fight.
He was getting his butt whooped before that, bruh.
You're correct.
The leg is an excuse for him to be like, Conor, I was still in here. Nah, bro, you were getting your butt whacked.
But Conor feels as, since this is the only reason why I lost his ankle. That's him. Oh, he coming back around for another pay. Conor has made some money.
Yeah, he has.
From when he fought Floyd. I think he came out of that. I know Floyd made the most,
right?
But he still pulled what, $100 million off that fight.
$100 million, yeah, that's more than that.
Dude, $100 dude, you talk about generational wealth off one fight,
and a style that you don't box, you MMA, so you
MMA.
So that means you're not getting tackled or wrestled. You just have to back up.
And then I know he's made a bag off this Dustin Poirier, and then I probably. Unfortunately, like you said, he's getting his butt whooped, and I think Dustin has, no love lost for him, and he wants to put him in the ground. So, I mean, he'll take another bag just to beat his.
Listen, that man, Conor was on his butt with a broken leg saying, Dustin White is sliding in my DMs. Yeah, that's how much of a man I am. Like,
Dustin said after the fight, when they interviewed him, he was like, he's sitting on the ground going like this, talking about, I'm going to kill you or something like that. And it's like, bro, which that's what Conor is such an entertainer. He pushes the line too far. He goes overboard. That's why
is it really pushing the line when you get your butt whooped though?
Oh, I ain't talking about the fight part. I'm talking about his
you just talking about his mouth.
Yeah, he does it. He does his antics where he goes a little far. That's why Khabib wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
So
but see, it's not working. He's still losing though.
Because
what's happening to the mouth if you get whooped?
The last fight he won that cowboy. He won the cowboy fight, but that's because that
was a long time ago though, bro.
Yeah, and so like the big time fights, he's not winning those. But like they say, he's box office.
Because you can't stay box office if you keep losing though, bro. I mean, you can talk as much as you want to.
If you provide these press conferences and entertainment, you're gonna be box office.
I guess we'll see, man. We'll see.
Oh yeah. So I get ready. Give him about 6 months, and then you'll hear, oh, it's gonna be the fourth fight to this.
You don't think he more than that? You don't think he like a year with that leg break?
Well, they'll wait probably 6 months, and then he'll like and then it'll be another because they got to train for however long they got to train for, and then they'll announce or something 6-7 months. You'll hear them announce like, okay, this fight's gonna be done in the next like spring or next fall or something like that. But it's coming for a 4th fight. It's money. It's money. Hey, bro,
it ain't my money.
It ain't your money. No, it's definitely not your money.
So maybe it don't matter.
But Conor go keep doing Conor. Because also besides the fight, he made his money. He made I think about $100 million off his. He sold his share of his liquor. So he's made a grip off that. So Conor's actually set. He'll get in the ring to get knocked out. I get in the ring to get knocked out for what? 50 mil? You knocked me out for 50. You knocked me out for 50 mil, bro.
I don't know if I want that many L's with my record, bro. I'm sorry. Hey, I at least want. Hey, the difference between Floyd and everybody else is Floyd ain't lost. I mean,
Floyd ain't lost. That's correct.
He ain't lost. And
Floyd, like you said, But speaking of your boy Floyd, of course you had Floyd and Jake Paul.
Man, that was such a waste of time, man. And then. It's funny too, because Floyd was just trying to knock the whole fight. Floyd was just trying to knock that man out. I give it to Jake. I mean, he took some hits, but I mean,
he took some hits. But you saw what he did. I'm gonna lay my body on him because they're not in the same weight class. Because technically, I think Jake is it Logan or Jake?
Which I think one? Jake. Was Jake? Maybe it was Logan. Let's just say Paul. Let's just say Paul.
One of the oldest Paul brother. That's what it is. It's the
one
older
of them.
brother.
One of them.
Yeah. We ain't fact checking right now. But the oldest Paul brother, technically he's in because I think he's like 200 pounds. That's technically heavyweight. Unfortunately, he's not like heavy,
really?
But because Deontay Wilder's like 217.
What? 217?
Yeah, but your other boy, what's the guy he fought?
Fury.
Huh? Fury's like 270. Yeah, once you hit the 200 range,
But see, I thought Wilder was bigger than that though.
He's like 217, 220. He's not as heavy.
So is that why he keep taking these L's then?
Yeah, because he's a power. Now he got power. He got that pop, but he ain't got the body size that Fury had. Fury's like a good 260, 270.
Hey man, that power don't matter when you get knocked out. See, that's my whole thing, man. I ain't trying to get knocked out.
They should probably break it into a heavyweight and a super heavyweight to split that up because that's a big gap.
That's a
lot of weight. There's a lot of weight difference in that size. But yeah,
that's like me fighting Eli. That's what that's like.
That pretty much, yes.
But we're both heavyweights.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, get out of here with this mess.
So, the oldest Paul brother, he pretty much got to a point because you could tell he started getting fatigued because, I mean, no one really hangs with Floyd for long because Floyd is the best defensive fighter to ever walk on this planet. He will go and he'll use his endurance to outlast you, and that's where he gets his knockout. And so he decided, I'm just gonna lay on you, and so that takes energy out of Floyd by him laying his weight on him, and so it ultimately, I mean, it was a wham type fight because
it was a wham, but it was just like,
and pretty much it like they said Floyd pretty much got away with robbery because you pretty much came in there.
The man said it too. He said it.
He said, it was legal.
But y'all bought it. Cause I ain't buy it. Look at y'all. I ain't buy this. I watched it.
Yeah, and cause I think what he make off this fight? He made
probably 50. I want to say about 50 mil.
50 mil for it's almost like a charity fight. That was pretty much a charity fight. That's all that really was. It wasn't no true blue.
Hey, we need a charity fight that ends like Rocky IV. That's what I'm waiting for.
But now with that being said,
throw the towel. Throw a towel.
Now I'm bringing up this discussion that a lot of people. How do you feel about these YouTubers hopping in the ring with these professional fighters? Or even just outside fighters? You had the Chad Ochocinco fight. Ooh. Now, the dumb one of them all was the Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter fight. I don't even understand why that was even a thing. 7-foot Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter, who's like, what, 5'9", 5'10" at the most?
About my size, yeah.
But, dude... But dude, come on. So what do you think about do you feel like this is making a mockery of the sport when you just got random just people that say, I just want to get in the ring. And they're not true fighters.
Of course it is. But it'll matter. That's it, because we know what matters with that dollar bill, y'all. That's all that matters, baby. Because apparently, the Paul brothers have been saying though. They've been speaking out saying how these fighters are getting treated by the UFC by not making that much money. Because if they're YouTubers making that more money than they are, I mean, shoot, Jake Paul made more money than I think a couple of the UFC fighters' careers.
Yeah, I get, I guess the other side, though, like I said, the UFC fighters getting mistreated. The name forevermore, everyone's name and how you build your brand is becoming more prevalent. Yeah. So the Jake Paul, Logan Paul already had a name prior to getting into whatever you want to call it, semi-pro, professional boxing or whatever. And so they draw tickets because they have such a big following on their YouTube. Mm-hmm. And so their YouTube followers going to follow them to wherever they're at. So there's, Triller was what their fights were on. And then you got the, pay-per-views going to get there, get it in on the goods. And then you already know Floyd is always going to draw tickets. And so that's unfortunate for your other UFC fighters who are actually really skilled, because their name is they don't care about these other fighters because they ain't got their name doesn't do nothing for nobody. and they're really good fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like you though. I mean, I've heard other sides of it. You know, now I will give it to the Paul brothers do actually train. They do actually fight. So they're not just out there willing and like Ocho. Well, Ocho did like 6 weeks, and you know he held up a little bit, but he ultimately got knocked out.
Yeah.
He ultimately got knocked out. You know, but like I won't. What did Mike Tyson fought the oldest Paul brother? What do you think happened there? Now he can't lay. He can't lay on Mike. He can't lay on Mike.
You can't. I don't know, man. I wouldn't want my. I don't. I mean, he might be. No.
And like you know, Mike 50 something.
I might feast him, bro. Hey, I done say a lot of old heads.
Hey, Mike a feast on dude. Mike gonna knock him out. And so that I think that's one thing too that's been brought up too. They're not like Floyd wasn't in true Floyd shape. Floyd stays in a relatively like moderate shape, but he ain't true fighting shape when he fought this fight. And like you said, the weight class does matter, you know, because of the weight difference. I mean, this is what it is. I think Floyd fights at like 149 or 150, something like that, you know. And Jake is, like I said, he was like, I think they say he was like 200, 205. Like that's a big difference, man. You know, you talk about a 50 to almost 60 pound difference. So that's probably two weight classes right there.
It makes a difference. It makes
a big difference. Like I said, when you can lay on somebody, you know that's a lot of weight. But yeah, man, Floyd. I mean, what else you got to say about the Floyd? Cause I think isn't he supposed to? They're not doing a rematch, are they?
I hope not. I hope not, man.
Yeah, see, hold on. I don't quote me on this. Whoever's listening, I felt like after that match, I felt like I think they might go for a second one, bro. I feel like they might, and they gonna get the bag again, bro. Hey, I get that. We don't want to see it. Bro, they gonna keep doing.
I hope not.
But let's segue. Speaking of something that we did want to see, but we won't get to, Sha'Carri Richardson, the track star at LSU that made the Olympics, recently got suspended because they found marijuana in her system. Now, Kendall,
let her run.
Now, Kendall,
let her run.
Even though we get it was a different situation for Michael Phelps, because they just saw a video, he wasn't smoking during the time he was at the Olympics.
Yeah, that's true.
Should there be a different like progressive look sometimes at certain situations when it comes to like they said, she obviously all the thing that we was gonna do was slow her down, and she giving y'all a leg up. But like they said, she had a lot of things going on, man. Mom died. You know, you had your biological mom died. And I think that one other person passed away.
I don't know. I just know she was dealing with a lot.
She was dealing with a lot, guys. And
she lives in a state where it's legal.
It's legal. And it's like, dude, this was no reason to suspend it. It was like, because y'all looking for performance-enhancing drugs. Nothing about weed enhanced her ability to beat everybody in her field. And y'all knew this was about to be boxing because I think everybody wants her to race a girl from
Fisher, Carrie Fisher. I think.
Yeah, everybody wants.
I'm gonna say, Cheryl Carrie Fisher, something like that.
Yeah,
Jamaica.
Everybody want this. That's what, because now it feels. Though she's gonna have to wait another 4 years for the next.
I don't think she'll be their next one. The Jamaican. See, because
she's about to age out or whatever.
Yeah, she's about to age out now because she's been dominant. She's been dominating since I was little. So
so it's over with. And so this was about to be box office. So my thing, and maybe just me. I know the other people she shouldn't have done this. Guys, it's just weed. We had this discussion all the time. Remember, guys, it's legally sell poison in stores and has alcohol. Though people still partake in it and it can kill you, y'all do realize that's legally sold poison in stores. and y'all are with that. She had a couple of shots, y'all been all right. But weed, see, y'all gotta realize we make this gray area for these certain substances that are in America. It's either put them all on one same playing field or kind of. I mean, I guess it's different. Heroin, coke, all those are different. Those are nervous system.
But
pills.
I mean, what my boy Charlie Sheen was on the coke for forever, right? And he had his own show. I mean,
yeah,
he was just he was.
But different. I guess you would call them jobs. Look at them differently. It took to a final like crazy meltdown with his ex for him to get kicked off because celebrities been doing drugs forever.
I mean, how long has Snoop Dogg been smoking? And look how successful Snoop Dogg is.
And he made it to the mainstream market. They like him. Him and Martha Stewart are the best tag team duo this side of the
Right, they tag team something, all right.
They tag team So, I mean, I really feel like disappointed. Like, God, I realize we don't have a whole lot of events as U.S. win. Besides our girl, was it Gabby Douglas? No, Simone Biles.
Between Simone and Katie Ledecky, that's all we got, bro.
That's all we got, guys.
Well, in the men's, basketball teams. Men's basketball, women's basketball,
in the exposition, but yeah,
and then our women's soccer team.
Women's soccer,
they'll never let us down.
No, women's. Oh, I love women's soccer, man. Yeah. They always,
because even our men's track team, they don't be getting out like that.
Yeah, and it's not like they're bad athletes. It's just they don't have like that star. Yeah. We don't have every sport needs to have that star. When it was swimming at that time, the height up for us, Michael Phelps. And then his second runner-up boy, what was his guy name? What's the guy that always
yeah.
they were like the Will Ferrell.
It was like Ryan Locke. Was it Ryan Locke? Because his last name was like Loki.
Yeah,
Loki. Yeah.
So they were like Talladega Nights. Michael Phelps will come in first, and he was gonna come in second. That's what it was.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
Hey.
So we don't have a lot of sports we can dominate in, or
That's
we
true,
have a dominant figure in. So I feel they should have looked at that and just really it's not a performance enhancing drug. And then I feel like with the looseness of how a lot of states are starting to make it legal now, I felt like they would have overlooked this anyway. But it's not.
Yeah, especially if her state is legal in her state.
But I guess does the Olympic Committee have other surrounding countries of involvement with that? So
well, I think every country is involved.
Every country is involved.
So I think that it was the global Olympic guidelines that got her.
They got her, yeah, because though it's becoming more loosely and more legal over here, that don't mean every other country looks at it the same. Like we're starting to get to that point looking at it, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, she because I know it was suspending her because at first they're like, all right, suspended, and then they gave her 30 days, but she would have missed the 100-meter, and she could have came back for another event, but she just
could have came back for relays.
Yeah, but she just pulled out. Cause the
100 no, she didn't pull out. They pulled her out.
Oh, okay. But shout outs to Nike though for we gonna keep in support. Shout outs to the sponsors, man. Yeah, y'all
listen.
Yeah,
they know.
They know.
Listen, Ricky Williams came out and said, I would be the all-time leader in rushing right now if they would have let me smoke weed.
Because Ricky was that dude. Yeah,
but he said his best season in college, he was on the weeds, and it was better than anything that they could shoot him with, any headache medicine, and it kept them relaxed, it kept them focused, and it kept them in shape.
Yeah, because I'm the person that goes, this is me. Now I've said this before. When it comes to these certain drugs, people who use them are going to either going to have the over abusers, or you got the people that can handle it. It's only two ways. It's never no other way. Alcohol is legal. You got people who either handle it or who can't handle it. You got people who smoke weed who are just potheads and it just shuts their whole system down. You got people who use it, it relaxes them. Like you said, pain. You get people who train, that's why CBD oils and stuff like that, are big. Now, like I said, they don't have the THC in them, but these CBD oils, because they have so much pain relief and it's easier than having the opioids in your body, and you addicted and have you strung out on pills that, why not do something natural that grows out, that you can grow out the ground?
Out your backyard.
backyard. But once again, when it comes to other stuff, when people want control, that's a lot of people want control. So that's why we in these situations like we are.
Hey, give them the control, brother. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. I'm gonna be over here doing my thing.
But man. So I mean, we made it through our topics, man. Kendall, what you got, man? What you got in closing statements, man, for us on our return back?
Oh man, just it's nice to be back, bro. It's nice to be back in my little set. Hey, y'all understand how happy I am right now because even setting up for today was just
So smoothly.
painless. Yes, because I had to maneuver in the extra tables and
Yeah.
getting my camera just right. Even though I got to work on my camera view in my area. Well, my area back there a little dirty. Y'all don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But yeah, man. Any words or not, man? Y'all just. I really don't have anything. Y'all just enjoy y'all summer vacation because the last I was off 1 week and then the second week I only worked like 4 days because of the holiday. But I just been enjoying the holidays and even though COVID's still out there, just living life, bro. Just live your life, man. Live your life. I have some good tips for y'all next time.
Hey, man, I'm saying, wait, man. You guys be safe out there. I know a lot of people getting vaccinated. I know a lot of places are opening up, but y'all still need to be careful, be aware of your surroundings and other people and stuff like that. Because, I mean, I think, like, the newest thing is, like, the Delta variant.
Yes,
It's the
sir.
newest thing is out. And so it's obviously one of those things where even though they got this vaccine, even though you guys are taking precautions, the way that this virus came about, however y'all want to look at it, either in the lab or it was natural, it's different. It's just it's just different. You can look at somebody dead in the face, they look healthy as an ox, and they have the coronavirus. So it's not something you can pick up because the other sicknesses that we've had throughout our history where you can tell because they have certain elements like their nose is running, they look sick, and so stay away from them. We have no identifiers with this one. So guys, y'all just be careful. Keep your family safe, man. Because whether y'all be here or not be here, enjoying your lives, man. But with that being said, guys, we are glad to be back from our birthday shenanigans, holiday breaks, and something like that,
baby,
man.
yes, yes.
This this is kind of like we kind of put this together real quick. It's like it's a good episode, man. But I have been Dexter Parker, man. That has been my boy Kendall Allen and his new digs, the new office setup. This has been a Smooth Cast, guys, and we love you guys. Peace.